You can find the rest of it online. It is delicious for a number of reasons. One, well, first of all, I got my own version of it. This is one of one, and I've got this, and I thank him for that. Daniel, welcome to the show.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah, and so what was delicious about it was, one, this was brilliant, but two, the city councilors who love to twist themselves into progressive pretzels to show how open they are to the plight or the perceived plights of everybody, that they make longer and longer land acknowledgments. They had to sit through that. And the reaction shots that you had of them were priceless.
They were squirming in their seats.
Yeah.
I had to give them a dose of their own medicine. We've had to endure these expansive, time-consuming land acknowledgments that really don't improve the quality of life for anybody, even Indigenous people.
They don't do anything.
It's theater.
Yeah.
We know it's theater. We're paying more in taxes. We see service decline. So I thought it was about time to acknowledge those who are funding the entire operation, the taxpayer.
But this includes Indigenous Torontonians. This includes Black Torontonians.
It's everybody.
This includes everybody. This is the most inclusive land acknowledgement that you could do.
Thank you. I agree.
And I absolutely respect it, and I think it's a long time in coming. I did want to put something to you, because I saw Shelley Carroll's land acknowledgement that went on forever. Somebody should go through every land acknowledgement that she has done at the beginning of every meeting and count how many minutes that she could have been working on something else that has been wasted on, as you said, theater. It would be like as if I came in, I was a city councilor, and I just decided every single day I was going to do the monologue from the Scottish father in So I Married an Axe Murderer. It's a well-known fact that the world is controlled by the 5 richest families known as the Pentaveret, right? That would take 2 or 3 minutes. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't further debate. It doesn't make the city any better. It just wastes time. If I did that, somebody would say, we want a rebate on your salary. Somebody should go there, do some sort of search. How many has she done? How long does it take? How much of her salary should we be asking for back?
Yeah, but not just her.
Yeah.
Every city councilor and every staff member that has to be in the room,
yeah,
and you have to add up their time.
Yeah.
Right? So if she's performing a 2.5 minute land acknowledgement, and by the way, African ancestral acknowledgement, they're going to be adding more later, we know this, and then you have to time it, multiply it by how many people are in the room, and then throughout the course of the year. But what a lot of people don't know, and I think this is a very important point, is that they're reciting these also in internal meetings with the rank and file workers of the city of Toronto. I have people from the inside, employees from Parks and Rec, employees from MLS, other divisions, who are saying that they, as just regular employees, have to sit through this as well every single day. What is the total cost of this? How is it affecting productivity? And the answer is, of course, is yes.
But here's what pisses me off. A lot pisses me off. But here's one thing that pisses me off, is that 10 years ago, we didn't do these land acknowledgements. And I'll be damned if I was any less of a good person than I am today with these land acknowledgements. Shelley Carroll is not a better person today because she does that. She wasn't a racist when she wasn't doing it. This was a made up fiction to make her and the people like her feel better. And I don't want that happening on my dime, because I don't have any dimes anymore. The city has them all. And it's the logic of these things falls apart under the weight of their own hypocrisy. As soon as you challenge it just a little bit, you realize it's all BS.
Yeah, it's a house of cards, basically, and taxpayers are fed up. Citizens are fed up. This is not part of the deal.
Yeah.
The deal is we relinquish a big chunk of our hard-earned money, and you deliver critical municipal services that we require.
Yeah.
We didn't ask for ideology camp or performative this or that, or this aggrieved group or that aggrieved group. Remember, this country was built on a lot of people who suffered to build the country.
Yeah.
Jewish Canadians got discriminated against, Italian Canadians, Irish Canadians, Sikh Canadians. You can find no shortage of aggrieved groups who have a tough history in this country. We need to come together as one Toronto. We're all Torontonians, and put that stuff behind us, because it's divisive.
Well, I really think the one that really stuck in my craw was on Remembrance Day, when I can't remember what the woman's name was, but she does a land.
Aretha Phillip, the chief protocol officer, quote unquote.
But you know what I would have liked to have seen instead? I would have liked to have seen one of our brave soldiers who happens to be First Nations, one of our brave soldiers who happens to be Black, standing on that stage and being honored for something, or being there to do something. That to me does a lot more. That brings people together, that reminds people of the sacrifice of those people. But to take time off of the one day that we honor our fallen soldiers, who includes First Nation soldiers, includes Black soldiers, includes all the people that you just listed as well.
There was even Sikh battalions who fought for our country in World War II.
I'm telling you, the people who are pushing this stuff, I think they're getting a significant pushback now, and it is demonstrating that they're not deep thinkers. They're not deep thinkers. They are. There's an element of Pavlovian response to. Oh yes, we're all going to jump on board with this because this is the best way to get us to where we need to go. And they never ask themselves, are we going the right way?
Yeah, and how is this improving the quality of life for Indigenous Canadians? Do they have clean water as a result of all these land acknowledgments?
Okay, you know what? I just realized we've gone way over, man. Okay. So you're going to stick around for a little bit?
Sure.
All right, we're going to stick around. Daniel Tate from Integrity TO is going to stick around. We're going to talk about the state of the city and how we get to a better place. Don't go anywhere. This is the Ben Mulroney Show. I'm very happy to be in conversation with Daniel Tate from Integrity TO. Without him, I think he's the eyes and ears of a certain type of person. And I know that he's out there doing his best. People can see you coming, man. Look at your sweatshirt. Like you're not pretending, you're not hiding. You're showing people exactly who you are and what you stand for. And if that's a bridge too far for some people, then they got to toughen up because there are some people who it feels to me, Daniel, that there's a certain type of voter in this city that has been more than happy to sit on the couch at every municipal election saying it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter who gets elected. It feels like they are being activated.
Yes, those are the people we need to wake up. Yeah. Get off the couch. Yeah. Start putting on your thinking cap.
Because there are people who get off the couch every single time. Every single time there's a chance to vote, they get off the couch. And we have what we have because of that. Speaking of what we have the Line 6, the Finch LRT, opened to great fanfare a month ago? 2 months ago? Feels like whatever. Yeah, and what did we find out? We found out that when it's going at full speed, a man with a walker can keep pace. And
it was shut down for 14 of the first 29 days of service.
And then we found out that it doesn't work in the snow. So we are playing a game every day where my intrepid producer tells me whether or not it's open, and I have to determine whether it's BS or it's real. So here is the Finch LRT edition of Is It BS or Is It Real?
Today's story. After several days of dramatic soul-searching, mysterious outages, and what many assumed was ceremonial downtime, the Finch West LRT stunned commuters by completing an entire day with no delays whatsoever. Trains ran on time, doors opened as intended, and not a single announcement blamed signal issues, leading some riders to check their calendars, phones, and personal realities to confirm this was, in fact, real life.
I'm pretty sure we're of the same mind here. There's no world. There's no version of Toronto in the infiniteness of the multiverse where that is real.
I will have to concur. I'm looking at my glass here. It's definitely more half empty than half full. So I'm not buying that story. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, it's BS.
But I thought that was fairly believable, no?
It's BS.
A bullshit?
There we go.
A bullshit?
Correct.
A bullshit.
You, sir, or young lady, are correct.
Yes, sadly, it was down for a number of hours today. Mechanical problems. So the buses were running. The buses that they should have had
details.
instead.
I'm not buying mechanical problems anymore.
They have
We're past mechanical problems.
They have maglev trains in China and Japan.
I was in Spain last month, and the Spain train system is fantastic. Now, granted, they did have a crash a week ago, but I took a train from Barcelona to Madrid. we were hitting top speeds of like 260, 270
Yeah.
kilometers an hour the whole way there. Got there in 2 hours.
Yeah,
It was
it's amazing.
wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're talking about opening, doing the high speed rail between Quebec City and Toronto at the Alto. That's going to do it. And now they say they got to build a tunnel, a 10-kilometer tunnel to get around Montreal, and parts of a tunnel are going to be built here. They say it's going to be built for $90 billion. But when you consider that the Crosstown LRT was coming in about $700 million per kilometer of construction, and the metro in Montreal, the addition of the metro there, was $1 billion per kilometer of construction. This is a 1,000-kilometer stretch. Do the math. It's going to be in the hundreds of billions of dollars. Hundreds. And that's
My wallet is lighter just thinking about it.
yeah. Yeah. So Daniel, why can't we have nice things?
We can have nice things.
But we don't.
I know. We'll get there.
Okay, so what needs to happen? I had Brad Bradford on the show talking about. I mean, he brought up a notion that I was unaware of, which is with each budget you have to start at zero and build again.
Zero-based budgeting.
Zero-based budget. I'd never heard that, and it makes perfect sense to me. But you start from scratch and then you build what you need.
It's like needs-based budgeting. Let's not talk about the bells and whistles and this and that are nice to haves. What are the core basics, the fundamentals we need to deliver to the residents of Toronto? Fixing potholes, making sure we have a safe, secure, reliable TTC, et cetera, nice looking parks, good infrastructure. And then you build from there. And if maybe there's any money left over, you can do some of the more nice to haves or you put it in the reserve. But instead they're doing it the other way.
Yeah.
It's more like, okay, we have this idea, that idea, let's throw it on top. Let's charge the taxpayer.
Yeah.
They're all, they're going to pay for it like they have for the last
And
several years.
And if you spent your budget the year before, it probably means you're going to get that same budget next year.
Well,
plus.
that's the other problem. It's like every time the budget goes up, that sort of becomes the new baseline.
Right, exactly.
So it's like the universe. It's like infinitely accelerating. At a faster clip. That's financially unsustainable.
Yeah, as Brad said, like it would be like walking into a business and say, "What's that guy doing over there?" Oh, don't worry about him.
But why does our mayor not understand this? Has she ever ran a business before?
Well, look, I don't want to put words in the mayor's mouth, but fundamentally, generally speaking, that side of the aisle believes in the infallibility of government and the absolute need to have more of it in our lives, and it's how they see things, and.
Well, if government was doing a fantastic job and snow was being cleared wonderfully and our roads were impeccably paved and the TTC was always on time and safe and clean, maybe that argument holds water.
Yeah, no, you're right. Hey, you know what? The time flew by, my friend.
All right.
Look at that. We're all done. Come back anytime.
Thanks, Ben.
And thank you for the gift. I do appreciate it. This is going to stay right here in our studio.